Everyone thinks the San Francisco 49ers draft was predictable, safe, maybe even boring. But hidden inside the numbers is something almost nobody is talking about, a class that quietly dominated both athleticism and production. And when you look closer, this wasn't just a draft, it was a calculated takeover. But the move that could change everything didn't even happen on draft night. Nobody expected the San Francisco 49ers to find one of their most intriguing weapons after the draft ended, but that's exactly what happened. While fans were busy reacting to big-name picks, San Francisco quietly signed male Chimera, an edge rusher almost completely ignored by the league. And on the surface, it makes no sense. He's undersized, not the prototype, the kind of player teams usually pass on without hesitation. But here where it flips. Chimera didn't just produce, he dominated. We're talking 127 total pressures over 2 seasons, double-digit sack production, and even a game-changing special teams touchdown on the biggest stage. This isn't a fluke player, this is someone who forced his way into relevance despite every measurable working against him. His journey makes it even more intense. A 0-star recruit, no major offers, started at James Madison Dukes before following a rising system to the Indiana Hoosiers where everything clicked. While others chased hype, Chimera built results. And now, the 49ers are betting that production beats perception. But if that bet is wrong, this move could quietly become their biggest mistake. At first glance, it looks like coincidence, but the San Francisco 49ers keep going back to the same place again and again, Indiana, and not just for one player but multiple pieces across different positions. That's not random, that's a pattern, and patterns in the NFL usually mean one thing: a deeper strategy. It starts with the system built by Curt Cignetti, a program known for discipline, physicality, and players who are already wired for high-pressure environments. The 49ers aren't just scouting talent, they're targeting a culture that's already been tested. Players who have trained together, competed together, and understand what it takes to win at a high level. Think about it, when you bring in guys from the same system, you reduce adjustment time, you build instant chemistry, you create a locker room that speaks the same football language before training camp even begins. That's a competitive edge most teams overlook. And while other franchises chase flashy prospects, San Francisco is quietly building something far more dangerous: a connected, battle-tested core. But if this pipeline fails to translate, it could expose a risk nobody saw coming. Everyone's been focused on skill players, but the real transformation for the San Francisco 49ers is happening in the trenches, and almost nobody is talking about it. Just a season ago, the interior defensive line was seen as a clear weakness. Teams ran through it, controlled games, exposed it at the worst times. Now it looks completely different. The front office didn't just tweak the position, they rebuilt it. The addition of Osa Odighizuwa brings proven power and consistency. Then comes Grayson Halton, an explosive disruptor with rare athletic upside. Add in recent draft investments like CJ West and Alfred Collins, plus new undrafted depth, and suddenly this isn't a patchwork unit, it's a loaded rotation. And that's the key, this isn't about one star, it's about waves of pressure, fresh bodies, relentless interior push that collapses pockets and shuts down the run before it even starts. A unit designed to wear offenses down over 4 quarters. If it works, this defensive line could quietly become one of the most dangerous groups in the entire league. But even with all this reinforcements, one critical weakness still hasn't been solved. On paper, the San Francisco 49ers fixed a lot of problems this offseason, but one issue is still sitting there untouched, and it's hard to ignore: the safety position. For a team with championship expectations, this might be the biggest gamble they're making right now. They added Jalen Stroman, but let's be real, he's more of a physical box-type safety. He can hit, he can stop the run, but when it comes to coverage, deep range, playmaking on the ball, that's still a question mark. One interception in his final college season doesn't exactly scream game changer. And in today's NFL, that's dangerous. Teams attack the deep middle, they force safeties into impossible decisions. If you don't have a true center field presence, defenses can crack under pressure fast. That's why rumors are already starting to build. Some fans believe the 49ers could still make a move for Jesse Bates, a proven ball hawk who could instantly stabilize the backend. But right now, it's just speculation. And if no move happens, The 49ers are walking into the season with a potential blind spot. And that one weakness could be exactly what opponents are waiting to exploit. While everyone's debating stars and starters, the San Francisco 49ers have a completely different battle unfolding behind the scenes, and it might be just as important. Special teams, the hidden phase where roster spots are won or lost before the season even begins. Start with the punter situation. It sounds minor, but it's not. Corliss Waitman is left-footed, which changes the spin and return angles of every punt. That forces the team to bring in a right-footed option like Jack Boester just to simulate real game conditions. It's a small detail, but in the NFL, small details decide games. Then there's the return game. No clear answer, no guaranteed playmaker. Players like Jordan Watkins could step in, but nothing is locked. Every rep in camp becomes an audition, every mistake a potential cut. And that's where things get intense. Undrafted players with guaranteed money like tight end Khalil Dinkins or defensive tackle James Thompson Jr. aren't just camp bodies, they're fighting for real roles, real opportunities. This isn't just depth, it's controlled chaos. And in this chaos, one unexpected player could flip the entire roster overnight. There's a reason the San Francisco 49ers approached this entire draft differently, and it has nothing to do with hype. It's about mentality. Behind every pick, every signing, there's a clear shift happening, one that's easy to miss if you're only looking at stats or rankings. This team is prioritizing something deeper: toughness, discipline, players who don't break when things get hard. You can see it in the backgrounds, guys raised in demanding environments, players known for relentless work ethic, not just raw talent. It aligns perfectly with the mindset of head coach Kyle Shanahan, who has consistently emphasized resilience over flash. Because the reality is simple, the NFL season is brutal. It's long, it's physical, and talent alone doesn't survive it. Mental endurance does. That's why the 49ers are building a roster that can outlast opponents, not just outplay them. A team designed to handle adversity without collapsing like we've seen in past seasons. It's a subtle shift, but a powerful one. And if this mentality truly takes hold, it could change everything we thought we knew about this team. The San Francisco 49ers draft didn't just challenge expectations, it exposed a growing gap between media narratives and reality. Mock drafts painted one picture, but San Francisco clearly followed its own blueprint. Critics question the moves, but history shows this team builds winners differently. They've consistently developed talent in-house, with most starters coming from their own system. Not perfect, but effective, and that's what gets overlooked. Because while outsiders chase predictions, the 49ers chase results. And if they're right again, this draft might silence a lot more than just the critics.